Winds. I mean, coming right off that lake.
That's why they're there, essentially.
Wowzers.
Yep.
Now, a lot of places that are seeing the snow do not need the snow, including Grand Rapids, where we are nearly 3 feet above snow. Milwaukee, we are 3 inches above average on snow, and we are getting that to come down. It'll be through the day today. Michigan State here, of course, in Lansing. That's where we are going to see it come down. So if you're from the South and you went to school somewhere in the northern tier where they get all the snow, you're like, are you kidding me? It's mid-April. Why are we still seeing it? It is still there. So still boots, gloves, hat. Though maybe your blood's thickened up a little bit here at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. You know, it takes some time for some of us, but otherwise, I mean, with the winter we've had, you might be like, this is nothing. We can deal with this. Milwaukee all the way down to Janesville, it's going to start clearing out as we head a little bit later in the day. And into the UP of Michigan, you have to love snow if you live here. If you don't love snow and you live here, you're going to have a miserable existence, and there's no reason to live like that. Either surrender to it and accept it or move on with your life. Marquette, 40 inches above average on snowfall, but we see 1 to 2 inches. This is where you live if you love the snow. Into Buffalo, we had a record, to Jim's point yesterday, a record high of 86 degrees. But we're above average on snowfall here by 30.8 inches. But that was from a couple systems that we had way back, like in December. We really haven't had, you know, a huge snow as of late. Get a little rain-snow mix as we head through tonight into tomorrow. And I'll tell you what, the megalopolis, we've been shut out from Boston all the way down to D.C. New York, 27.5 below. Boston, 36 inches. That is 3 feet below. And we are not going to get any snow. Look at the Boston Marathon, though. I would say this is a pretty nice weather, with the exception of the rain here. If you can just get that clouds in the 50s, you could get some PRs, so long as it's not, you know, super slippery, because when it's cooler, it's just a lot easier to function and run. Though they did cancel the flyover, Jordan, due to the weather.
Yeah, low ceilings probably. Welcome back to Pattern. Every 40 days, a language dies.
That's
and many of these languages, I know, that is a shocking statistic. Many of these languages are disappearing, and disappearing fast as a result of climate change.
Yeah, and Ana Luisa Dainio is a program director for the Living Tongues Institute for Endangered Languages and is here to help us understand the problem. So as we were shocked by that number, how really does climate impact language?
Well, it's cool.
Really good work and cool work that you're doing. Ana Luisa Dainio, program director for the Living Tongues Institute for Endangered Languages. Thank you. So by the way, how many languages can you speak? Are you super into language, or you're just part of the organization?
I'm part of the organization. I speak English, French, and Spanish.
Thank you very much for that. And speaking of Quechua, I was just recently in Peru, and, you know, it's totally different than the Spanish language that a lot of people speak there.
Was it fun? Some languages are really enjoyable to listen to them speak.
I enjoy all languages, actually.
Yeah,
I am enamored about how, like, you know, even I had a friend over who speaks Mandarin, and he was explaining how, like, the roof of your tongue has, your tongue has to go from the roof of your mouth and stuff. Anyhow, language is really cool.
All right, still ahead on the show. What would you do? Welcome back to Pattern, everybody. Our friends at the Weather Channel in Espanol have some great climate stories lined up this week. We got meteorologist Albert Martinez joining us now to chat about what you guys are going to be talking about.
Oh my God, a lot of things. It's our second week in Conexión AM in the morning show.
That's right, yes.
But also during the day, during the week that we have ahead, we have a lot of...
We just had somebody at the beginning of the show talking about these 3D printed homes. They don't mold if there's a flood. They're, you know, fire resistant. So it's great. We're seeing it all over.
It's something great, and especially now that we know that the climate is changing and we have more fires, more draws, it could be interesting. And also we'll talk about 2022 with Carlos Buentiempo from the Copernicus Institute in Europe, and we'll see how the year ahead will go, because the conditions right now in Europe are not the best ones.
Right, especially in Spain with the heat wave and all that. Albert Martinez, thank you so much with the Weather Channel in Espanol. Thanks for joining us.
Too late into April for that.
Hey, here's what's coming up tomorrow on Pattern. How does your state all things weather with Woo TV, who'll be here in just a little bit?
Yeah, Alex Wilson and Mike Bettis will be here to guide you through the next several hours, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.